Bank Negara has shot down requests to extend the maximum home loan tenure to 40 years. The central bank says the current maximum term of 35 years is more than sufficient for borrowers to settle their housing loans by the time they retire. Plus, stretching the tenure by another 5 years is only going to add to the total cost of financing without making the monthly installments significantly lower. Here's one of two examples it gave. Say a borrower takes a 300,000 ringgit home loan. Interest rate per annum 4.65%. With the tenure being 35 years, the monthly repayment would come up to just under 1,450 ringgit. Extend it by 5 years and the installment gets pushed down to almost 1,380 ringgit, about 70 ringgit lower. But get this, the total cost of financing is now up from some 608,000 ringgit to 661,000, which means the borrower would now have to pay over 53,000 more in total. Bank Negara maintains that access to financing is not the main problem confronting potential buyers. It's affordability and the shortage of reasonably priced homes. Retirement Fund Inc., better known by its Malay acronym KWAP, is expecting a lower return on investment from its PE segment. KWAP, which manages pensions for the civil service, saw its PE segment record an ROI of 6.8% in 2015. This year, it's expecting the figure to shrink to 5%. CEO Wan Kamaruzaman was quick to point out that a 5% return isn't too shabby compared with the average ROI in Europe of 4%. He explains that KWAP's lower ROI is due to the prevailing market, which hasn't spared the EPF either. He warns that next year, all of KWAP's returns for its domestic investments will be lower. Currently, KWAP's PE investments are in consumer goods, logistics, education, technology and healthcare sectors. However, these investments only made up just over 1% of its total investments profile as of June 2015. Grab, formerly known as MyTaxi, has raised $750 million in an oversubscribed funding round led by Japan's SoftBank Group. The company says that's upped its total capital position to over $1 billion. It did not name the other investors in the round. Grab plans to use the funds to expand its services in Southeast Asia, especially in Indonesia, home to some 250 million people. Group CEO and co-founder Anthony Tan says Grab sees an almost $15 billion market for ride-hailing services alone. He says the company is also looking to extend its cashless payment platform GrabPay regionally. According to Grab's own stats, the app has been downloaded onto over 21 million mobile devices. Users have access to over 400,000 drivers across 6 countries. After a dismal July, automotive sales bounced back in August, thanks in large part to Perodua's Beza and Proton's new Gem Persona. In total, 52,312 vehicles were sold during August, representing a 23% increase compared to July, according to figures released by the Malaysian Automotive Association or MAA. MAA says it was the longer working month of August, and it was those aforesaid new models that helped give the boost. MAA is expecting September's sales volume to match August's due to the introduction of more new models and aggressive sales campaigns by the car makers. However, before you break out the champagne, on the whole, total industry volume is still down 2.1% compared to last year, marking the 8th straight year-on-year monthly decline. Petroleum's shares will be suspended from September 27th, that's next Tuesday. This follows a winding up of the SPAC after it failed to convince shareholders of the viability of a $25 million oil field acquisition in Australia. Eligible shareholders should be receiving 97% of the monies held in the company's cash trust account by November. This first tranche amounts to about 527 million ringgit. Now will be the first SPAC to be taken off Bursa. Meanwhile, Click Energy is set to go ahead with its liquidation. That's after its major shareholder Best Oracle dropped its court appeal to stop the winding up process. Click had also failed to secure a QA in time. It had been eyeing oil and gas assets in Kazakhstan.